Okay. Hello everyone. I hope you all fine and doing great. And myself Raja Rukma. I take class for CMA Inter Group 2 paper number 10, Cost and Management Accounting and Financial Management. This is my fourth class. I take this class for CMA Inter student. If the CA Inter students also take this class if they want the cash flow statement in detailed manner. Okay, we concluded with the previous class. Part third of cash flow statement is we concluded in the format of operating profit. Okay, operating profit we concluded. In the operating profit, I have explained that there is a 3 steps. Step number 1, reserves, provisions of dividend, taxation, extraordinary items, if any debited in the P&L, and a refund of taxations to credit to profit and loss account. This is the format. There is a 3-step. First step, net profit before tax and extraordinary item. Then second step, operating profit before working capital changes. In the step, I tell that the depreciation, loss of fixed asset. We have simply say in the second step, if you someone don't understand the second step, in the simple way I tell means, in the simple way I tell means, add the add the expenses and losses, direct expenses, less the incomes and gains. Gains means profit. Okay, you less it, add it the expenses and losses. We in this fourth class we do all the sums in the detailed manner. Okay, we go to the sums. Now only come to the sums, then only you can understand the sums in the deeper way. In the examination they ask, you you see the videos in the lectures in the Pradeep Dhyan sir YouTube channel. You have some idea about cash flow statement, then you can able to attend the cash flow statement in the fraction of time. You can understand the conceptual wise. You practice it daily. Different sum, the book sums you must be practice. After my concluding the class, I will tell that you to go to the book sums, then you do yourself the book sums in the just viewing the book sums. That time you have difference between before you watching my classes and after you watch my classes. The basic difference you have been able to understand. Okay, this is my sum number 2, question number 2. You start with the question number 2. Net profit before taxes and the extraordinary item they given. Dividend received. Dividend received means it is an in this sum there is a step 2. I tell now. Step 2, that is expenses and losses and income and gain. Net profit before extraordinary item they given. That means first step they give answer. In the second step only they gave the question. We compute that operating profit before working capital changes. Okay, we do that sum in the second step. I give the sum for the dedicatedly for second step. The second step there is a to add the expenses and losses, less the income and gain. Dividend received, it is an income. Okay, we add this. Then income, we add this. Then interest received, again add this. Then goodwill written off, expenses, direct expenses, depreciation, amortization, everything we will less. Sorry. In the dividend received, we will less it. Interest received, we less it. Dividend received expenses is loss. Incomes and gains are less. expenses and losses are added. Discount issue of shares, we not take it. Okay, preliminary expenses written off. Okay, we directly do the sum. If you have a sum, it will be beneficial for you. If I tell that answer now, if I put the sum, you not understand and you not listen it. Directly I go to the sum solution. You just take it a screenshot, or else if you want, you note it, pause the video. I hope you pause the video and take the notes. I directly go to the sums. First, what they given: net profit before working capital change, before tax and extraordinary items, that is 2 lakh. I give open bracket. I simply write net profit. Two lakh. Okay. Then what they given? Add what are the things we add? Goodwill written off, just tick it. Goodwill written off, discount on issue of shares written off, that is also amortization like that coming. Preliminary expenses written off, like that. This small detailed transaction they given in the examination like a twisted question. On the time you see na, that time what question is like twisted. Okay, I don't know the transaction like discount. The small concept, I give the detailed transaction, I give the some small sums. Then only you can understand that okay, this small transaction also asked in the question in the examination, you can able to answer it. Simple. There is a just add in the operating activity second step. Okay. Then depreciation, discount on issue of expenses, then preliminary expenses written off, then depreciation of fixed asset, loss profit, this is a gain, we can less it. This also less it. This also less it. Then last but not least, losses, again add it. Okay, come to the sum. If you mark like this, you can able to answer easily. Add, what are the things to add? Goodwill written off. First, what is there? Yes, goodwill written off. Amount what? 20,000. Then discount on issue of shares written off. That is amount what? I just copy paste, it will be benefited for you. I also to save sometimes. Okay, I think you have also accept this. I don't want to waste your time. Time is most important because you revise in speedily means it will be benefited for you. Discount on premium. investment. These all are indirect expenses and losses given. You must understand why it will be added and why it will be lesser. Okay, then only you can able to understand that conceptual wise sum. Dividend received, it is an income. We less it. Okay. Interest received. There is an explanation in the given, but simply you understand interest received on long term. It is an income. Then profit on sale of equipment. The fixed asset sales profit also come in operating activities. Okay, note it down in each and every transaction is very important. We do some the numbers 20,000, 10, 25, 65. 10,000, 65,000. I hope it is right. 20, 10, 25, 65. Then 8,000. Okay. Less 40, 30 and 10. 30,000 and 10,000. Okay, simply we do the sums in a few minutes. Like that, we add it. We all add that 20, 10, 25, 65. I hope it's around 2 lakh. I think so. 70 and 80 less 80,000. 2 lakh plus 2 lakh is 4 lakh minus 80,000. Operating profit before working capital changes. I write it in short way. This is WCC, means working capital changes. Okay. That is 4 lakh minus 2 lakh. Sorry, 2 lakh plus 2 lakh is 4 lakh minus 80,000 is 3 lakh 20,000. Okay, just note it down. This is the sum. We do the second step in explanation. I give the sum. There is an 3 step. First step, we do the add with the reserves, taxation and dividend, and in the second step we do indirect expenses and losses, and less that in indirect income and gains. And the third step, working capital changes. In the working capital changes, I give the example sum in the above. Okay, I hope you can understand this. This is a simple sum. You just logically thinking, that is add that and less it accordingly in the single. This is the format. You just follow it like that. You can able to write it. It will be benefited for you. Net profit, add the goodwill, indirect expenses, and the indirect income and gain, less it, and that operating profit before working capital changes. Answer is coming. Simple. And the next simple sum is working capital changes. It's a very simple answer. In the working capital changes, there is an given in the diagram. Okay. In the format we see, you just again recall it. Current asset decreases, add it. Current asset increases, less it. Current liability increases, add it. Current liability decreases, less it. The simple chart, if you can add it, or if you have a reading ability to remind that, decrease in current asset, add it. Increase in current liability, add it. Increase in current liability, increasing current liability, less it. Decrease in current liability, less it. Okay, this is the third format. Operating profit before working capital changes answer, no? That answer we keep in the sum, and we do the working capital changes. In the working capital, current asset, current liability. What are the current asset, current liability? Here we go to the sum, you can understand. The trade credit. Trade creditor means current liability. Trade debtor means current asset. Bills receivable, current asset. Bills payable, current liability. And then in inventories, current asset. Short-term investment, current asset. Outstanding expenses, current liability. Prepaid expenses, current asset. Okay, like that. In the twisted question, provisions they ask. Provisions not come in the provisions for like that depreciation. Like that they ask in, means it will not ask in the like that. It will provision for investment, like that they given. That time provision not will be taken. Provision for taxation, provision for depreciation they given. We see that topic. I come and we see that's twisted question they ask in the examination. Provisions like that they give the twisted in the current liability calculation. They give the current liability calculation separately, are twisted on that question they ask. We see some more scenarios in that. You can understand that also. Okay, in the second sum, just note it down, and we can solve the sum. It's a very simple sum. Okay, we start. Trade creditor. Last we know what say. Current asset decreases. Remind it. Current asset decreases, add it. Current asset increases, less it. Current liability increases, add it. Current liability decreases, less it. Go to the sums. Add. First thing, they give the sum. Here they give the operating profit before working capital changes. Sorry, this I tell to forgot to tell. This operating profit before working capital changes, rupees 84,000. First we put that operating profit only. Profit before working capital changes. Just ignore it. I put some in a speed way, shortcut way. Don't do in the same in examination. You must elaborately write in the examination. Okay. 84,000. Then add. What are the things to add? Before that, we do some calculation in. Wait, I take Yes, I put some short description in the difference of opening and closing of current asset and current liabilities to save your time. Yes, this is the difference between the current asset and current liability. In the question also, I give some twisted transactions there. You see that I think you pause the video and tell me that what are the current asset and current liability. If you have also comment the comment box, there is a no comment section, no doubt, and I think why the what the reason I telling that if you type it once, if you have remember that class is the very smoother way. Type just comment in the comment box, answer it will be benefited for you and myself, more confident to take the class. They are enjoying and it will be go smoothly. Okay, this current asset and current liability, you just type it what are the current asset and current liability in the comment section. Then I tell that I hope you have commented in that comment box. First thing is the current. Before that, I tell that current asset and current liability. That is not correct. I will wrong. In this, more student are genius. They will tell that my wrong transaction. What is that? See once again. This is current asset. Sorry, current liability. Then this is current asset. This is current asset. Then this is current liability. Then this is also current. Sorry. Bills receivable, current asset. Bills payable, current liability. Inventory, current asset. And operating expenses, current liability and current asset. These transaction short-term investment. Logically, short-term investment is a current liability. In some cases, in the cash flow statement, short-term investment is an investment activity. Either it is a short-term or long-term. There is an investment. It directly go to the investment activity. Then only the correct answer is there. The step mark is given in the online examination. What is the step mark? Operating profit, you get correct answer means there is a 3 mark. Investing activity, you give the correct answer means then only that gain the 3 mark. In the short-term investment, you put in the operating activity. Your operating activity answer is also wrong. And investment activity answer is also wrong. So you can lose the mark easily. This is the twisted question they ask in the examination. Okay, just and there is a happy news for step mark, but that happy news is very dangerous. Okay, so be careful and once read a transaction and recall it what are the steps, and I said the steps you must be follow it and answer it the question accordingly. Then only you can able to answer the correct answers. Then come to the answer section. We go to speedily answer. Creditors, then bills, receivables, then bills payable. I hope you why I add it and why I less it. Current asset increases, current liability decreases, add it. Current asset decreases. This bills receivable, see, less it, decreases, add it. Current liability increases, add it. Current asset increases, less it, and current liability decreases, less it. That same format I do. Okay. Payable, receivables, VCE. Then bills payable, I take it stock, inventories, in other words stock, then outstanding expenses. Okay, creditor, what amount is there? 12,000 difference. Then bills receivable 5,000, 4,000 bills payable, inventories 15,000. 5,000, 4,000, 15,000. Then outstanding expenses 5,000. Okay, add this all around 12,000, 5,000 plus 4,000 plus 15,000 plus 5,000, 41,000. Okay, then less it. Listings, what are there is a two transaction. One is debtors, it will be increases. Then another one is prepaid expenses, that also increases. Increases means less it, increasing current asset. Debtors, prepaid expenses, the amount was 40,000, 3,000, total 43,000. It will be less 84,000 plus 41,000 minus 43,000. It will be get around 82,000. I hope it will be understand for you. Okay, I hope it will be understand for you. Then we go to the third sum. In this sum, we do more concepts in there. First of all, you read the question once or twice, and then you can able to answer. Selvi Limited earned profit 2 lakh rupees. Note it. Selvi Limited earned profit rupees 2 lakh rupees. After charging creditor profit and loss account 13/3/2019. Profit on sale of fixed assets, loss on sale of buildings, depreciation on fixed assets, amortization of goodwill. Like that they given in the Okay, in the following I just align that. I hope you must forgive me for this alignment. This is the opening capital. First box is an opening capital. Then this is the opening balance, and this is the closing balance. $5,000 is the opening balance, 8,000 is a closing balance. Like that, accordingly given. That alignment is editing mistake. Sorry for that. Bills payable in the opening, they given as a 5,000. Okay. And it will be increases in closing, they given as 8,000. 3,000 is increases. Like that I do in the above section. Okay. Above question also doing the same. There is an opening balance, there is a closing balance. There is an opening balance, there is a closing balance. Difference of opening and closing is an working capital changes. Then only you can do the working capital changes. Opening minus closing. Working capital changes, again another formula is also there. Working capital changes, current asset minus current liabilities equal to working capital. That concept only we do. Opening balance minus closing balance, it will be changes we can understand. And then working capital, add that and less it, we can able to understand that current asset and current liability. Increases means add it, decreases means add it, and increases means less it. In current asset, decreases means add it, and increases means decreases means, sorry, you just current asset decreases means add it, increases means less it, current liability increases means add it, decreases means less it. Accordingly we do the sum in second sum and go to the third sum. Like that, same conceptual you can understand that. Like that we do this sum also. I give that explanation, the difference, it will be save your time. Okay, I give that some saving time of you. I give that add and losses and difference of that current asset and current liability. I hope current asset and current liability differences you can able to do, and opening minus closing is a difference. And I also that telling that plus we are what we plus and what we less. Like that I give the chart for saving your time. This is a simple way. Just understand the question in part wise. It will be able to easily understand your answer. First, they given net profit earned. We put that. We come to the solution. Sorry. Net profit. They given rupees 2 lakh. Add what are the things? Non expenses, non-cash expenses. Non-cash expenses means indirect expenses, and the non-cash expenses also you can add it. Non-cash expenses and losses, and less incomes, non-cash incomes and gains. This is the format. Give Okay, accordingly we add a less. First what we do, see the question. Profit on sale of investment, that we can less it. Loss on sale of building, we can add it. Depreciation of fixed asset, add it. Amortization of goodwill, add it. Loss on sale of fixed asset, depreciation, amortization. How much? 9,000, 7,000, 2,000. Total 9, 7, 11, 11, 18. I hope. Then losses, only one. Profit, sorry, non-cash income and gain, profit. What the profit they given? 4,000. Profit on sale of fixed assets. Sorry, profit on sale of investment. How much? 4,000. Two lakh plus 18,000 minus 4,000. 2 lakh 14,000. 2 lakh plus 18,000 minus 4,000. 2 lakh 14,000. Okay. These 2 lakh 40,000, what we say? Operating profit before working capital changes. Okay, these working capital changes, we do that, add that current asset decreases, current asset and current liability. Decreases in current asset. What are the items? I said before. There is a three transaction in the bills payable, creditors, and bills receivable. Before doing the sum, you must be work out like that. It will be easy to make the sum. Sorry, solve the sum. How much? 3,000, I think so. 3,000. And creditor 4,000, bills receivable 2,000. This is creditor. And bills receivable. Rupees 2,000. Totally 9,000. 3, 4, 7, 7 plus 2, 9,000. Then less outstanding and outstanding debtors, prepaid expenses, accrued income, and income received in advance. Outstanding expenses, debtors, prepaid expenses, accrued income, income received in advance. Thousand, 20,000, 1,000 again, 1,000. Differences I write in. Only differences only I write, not opening and closing. Do not write in cash flow statement. Then only cash flow statement is tally. Total of less is 26,000. 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, 23 plus 3, 26,000. It will come net cash flow from operating activity. This is the answer. Net cash flow from operating activity. 2,14,000 minus plus 9,000 minus 26,000, 1,97,000. Okay, like that you accordingly do the sums. I hope you all understand the operating activity in the detailed manner. I give 3 sums in that. Basic sums I given in the college level like that. You must be understand accordingly. And the last 4th sum you can do that, and I give that explanation in the next class. Last sum you can take a screenshot and do accordingly for yourself. And the 5th sum we go to due to the time constriction. Okay, I take more time to solve the more sums. So this sum you can take a screenshot and solve it. If you have any doubt, comment in the comment box. And if you want to explain this question, I can explain it in next class. Just copy it and take a screenshot and work out it accordingly. Just some current asset and current liability sum only I given like that, and some indirect and expenses like that. Same third question format is followed in the same manner. Accordingly answer it. Net cash flow from operating activity, find out. Then go to the 5th question. This is 5th question. There is a without adjustment question is there. And the whole cash flow statement in we do in the 5th question. Okay. First we take in the operating profit. Where is the operating profit? I tell that format. Operating profit, difference of opening capital and opening profit and closing profit. Difference of opening profit and closing profit. Like that they given in the profit sum. You just take it the difference of opening and closing. 30,000 is the net profit. Straightly do. Solution. Net profit. First step, we do the net profit. Then how much? 30,000. Second step, I tell that T or TDR. TDR. Net profit. At TDR. What is T for taxation, D for dividend, or for reserves? Where they given the reserves? Yes, they given general reserve. General reserve in the sum, I give that in the some logical way. The difference of opening and closing is 30,000 net profit. Okay. In the sum, you can be careful in the step of opening and closing balance. Okay. Opening balance is not 2019. 2019 is a closing balance. 2018 is a opening balance. Like that, you see the opening balance in here and see the closing balance in here. Difference of this only you can made it. If it increasing this different, 10,000 opening balance is it will be increases as a 15,000. Like that, difference will be you do. Some students will do that mistake, like take these steps in this question. Opening balance 19,000, difference in 10,000, so it will be this. See, be carefully what is the opening date. 2018 is the opening date, 2019 is the closing date. Okay, accordingly we see the year also. Be careful and do the sum. The cash flow statement is very easy, okay, but some twist is there. According to the different approaches and solve the sum, you can able to understand that cash flow statement. Okay, in this question there is a two twist. There is no net profit separately given. They given simply net profit opening closing. You take simply net profit difference is the net profit. Okay, opening closing difference is the net profit. Then second twist, 2018 2019 they given in reverse way. You just understand that 2018 is the opening and 2019 is the closing. Like that you do. If they give opening 80,000 and closing 50,000 means the net profit is not come is the profit, it will be the losses. You do that minus the net profit, like that you can do. Okay, now they given as a net profit only they given, because opening profit is 50,000 and closing is 18,000, so difference is 30,000 profit only we get in the year. Difference between the year is only we calculate that, then only we can do solve the opening and closing activities. Okay, next step, TDR. TDR means tax, dividend and reserves. The opening class is 30,000, closing is 40,000. Increasing in TDR, increasing in reserve means we can add it. $10,000. Only difference only do in the operating activity. Okay. Next step. Net profit before extraordinary item. This is that much. There is no dividend. There is no taxation. Okay, we close that first step. Net profit before extraordinary item. Extraordinary item. How much? 10,000. Add that 40,000. Okay, we find that 40,000. Then step number 2. Step number 2. Non-cash, add the non-cash item. Cash expenses and losses. What are the non-cash item expenses and losses? If they given anything like that, yes, they given goodwill. The goodwill opening is 50,000, closing is 40,000. You just simply say the difference is, there is no adjustment. The difference is written off of depreciation. First thing, we can note it down and go to the sum. Okay, goodwill. Goodwill difference is 10,000, that is written off. Then fixed asset opening is 1 lakh and closing is 19,000. That difference is 50,000. If increasing in asset, fixed asset means there is a purchase. That is an investment activity. Okay. Then goodwill decreases means there is a only reason, written off. There is no decreases. There is goodwill, you can't sell that. If you logically thinking there is a goodwill, you can't sell that. Only increases or written off, there is a only is there. Okay. Then stock. Stock means stock 30,000 opening, 50,000 increases. Stock increases, current asset increases. Okay, what we do? Less it. Then demand debtors, current asset increases. Again, current asset increases. Same, less it. Bills receivable, opening 30,000, current asset decreases. Add it. Then bank, in the bank, this is the transaction. You must be aware. Bank. What is bank? Cash includes what? Cash include what? Cash in hand and cash at bank. Okay. That bank also included in cash. In the cash flow statement, you concluded that opening net profit from the operating activity, add the opening balance, cash and cash equivalents. The answer is closing cash and cash equivalent. This cash and cash equivalent, this bank is an cash and cash equivalent. Opening is taken as a cash and cash equivalent, and closing also cash and cash equivalent. If they give both, sometimes they given both also, cash in hand and cash at bank, both they given means you add the opening cash in hand and the opening cash at bank, that merge it as an opening balance of cash and cash equivalent, and closing cash in hand and closing cash at bank, add the both the same in the closing cash at bank and cash in hand. We see in the next further classes, we see that sum like that. In the sum, we take the opening cash or closing cash, they given as a bank. Okay, this is the third twist. In the debit side, they give the reserves, we take in already, and debentures there. Debentures opening 50,000, 60,000 is there. We issue some debentures like that. Debentures borrowings, we can increase the borrowings. It is a financing activity. Yes, it is a financing activity. And then creditors, it is in current liability. Current liability increases. That is current liability increases. We can add it. Okay, accordingly we do the sum. I tell that briefly introduction for these sums. Then accordingly, before the sum, you can approach this. What are the things in the transaction in the debit side? Sorry, what are the things in the operating activity? What are the things in the investing activity? What are the things in financial activity? And what is the difference in working capitals? And we add it in the working capitals, or we less in the working capital. Accordingly, we analyze everything. Sorry. Accordingly, we analyze everything in the question, then only you can able to answer the each and everything in the cash flow statement. Okay, this is the format, basic sum. Without adjustment, I give the basic sum. This basic sum you can do, and with adjustment and more sums we do in the next class. Okay, in the Sunday class I conducted 1.5 hours. Coming Sunday the class will be uploaded. This week we concluded that cash flow statement, and Saturday some topics, Saturday topics classes will come, and Sunday concluded the cash flow statement, and you get the 22 marks. Surely they ask that cash flow statement in paper number 10 and paper number 12, they ask, you can attend that question, that 22 marks is yours. Okay, I can assure that. Okay, do the sum in faster. Okay, I do the sum in already, then only you can manage your time. Net profit before taxes, I put it. Add the cash, non-cash equivalent, that is goodwill. Turn up. Goodwill written off 10,000. Less non-cash income and gain. That is operating profit before working capital changes. There is no non-cash income and gains. There is a only goodwill in there. Just added the goodwill with operating profit before extraordinary item. 40,000 plus 10,000 is a, there is no non-cash income and gain. There is a 50,000. That 50,000 is, what is that 50,000? Operating profit before working capital changes. Then add the increase in current liability. Current asset. What are the items? Creditors. I do the format first of all, and then you can understand that explanation, and then you see that for answer in my typing, you can able to understand how to approach the question. Outstanding expenses, bills receivable, less current asset, stock, and debt. Some students doing the mistake in the working capital changes. They included that bank and cash in the current asset, current liability calculation. Don't do the mistake. That is wrong in that. Current asset, current liability. Before the concept we studied in the first class, cash and cash equivalent. Cash in hand, cash at bank is a cash. You add that both in a opening and closing of a cash. Do the amount 10,000, 5,000, 10,000 again. Add the 3, 25,000 less 5,000, then 30,000, sorry, 50,000, 30,000, 80,000. This is the net cash flow from operating activity. How much? 50,000 plus 25,000 is 75,000. 75,000 minus 80,000 minus 5,000. The bracket inside means minus negative value, that is only bracket inside I given. Okay, I hope you understand that. I do the net flow from operating activity, and balance 2 method also I do. Okay. Next step, what? Cash flow from investing activity. Investing activity, what? What are the things in the included in the investing activity? There is only one thing I tell that fixed asset comes in the investing activity. Purchase of fixed asset. Here I tell that investment activity. Purchase of fixed asset means unless it cash goes out, unless it there is no transaction in add it. So I directly give the list out flow. Like that we do accordingly the sums, and this is the net flow from investing activity. This is the format, you just follow the format. Okay, then financing activity. In the financing activity, what are the transaction is come? We can see that add the cash flow, cash inflow. That above also cash outflow only. I simply tell that outflow. Debtors, that is borrowings. Borrowing the cash means cash that is increases. Debentures, sorry, debtors not debentures. Then share capital. Share capital also increases. We issue the shares and receive the cashes. That's why we do the inflow of cash in the financing activity. 1 lakh in the opening, closing 1,50,000. We issue shares and collect the money. The debentures, we collect the money of rupees 10,000. And the issue of shares is 50,000. Both we added 60,000. There is no outflow of cash. This we concluded that net flow from financing activity I simply shortly we do for the sum. In the examination, you just elaborate it. Then only you can understand that format. Do that financing activity, add the cash inflow and less the cash outflow. That format you follow that. In the time consumption, skip that steps. You must be do that format only. Follow the format. That format means this is the format. I skip that only that one step and two steps. This is the format. I give that. Simply do that. Follow these steps. Just understand that concept. That investing activity, net flow from investing activity amount 60,000. Here we come to the conclusion. Net cash flow. Add that all the operating activity, investing activity and financing activity. 55,000 minus 55,000 plus 60,000, it will be added as a 5,000. Opening cash and cash simply I get that cash and bank. Add the cash and bank. Okay. What in the exam above question? Opening cash is 10,000, closing cash is 15,000. Here it will come up. Yes, opening cash is 10,000. We add with the net flow 5,000 plus 10,000. It will become in 15,000. Yes, we find out the cash flow statement. This is the statement. We find the opening cash and cash balance, add the net cash flow from the all activity, and we concluded the closing cash and cash equivalents or cash and bank. We can say anything inside in that. Okay, this is the format. Just follow it the format. Net profit, add that TDR. TDR means tax, the dividend and reserves. Mostly TDR only they ask. More than that, they not ask in the examination, and straightly go to the non-cash and non-cash expenses and income, losses and gains they ask, and working capital changes they ask mostly, and investing activity, purchase and sales entries there. In the all the concept I will be explain it, and we do the sums also in the next class. There is the two concepts and small concepts is there. I will explain that concept and do the elaborate sums in the Sunday, and 1.5 hours, more than 1.5 hours. These classes also more than 1.5 hours, I think so. That class also, that long class is there. The Sunday classes, don't skip the Sunday classes. It's very important. I concluded with a basic understanding with advanced level. You can able to understand that cash flow statement. You can score high mark in the examination. I hope you all understand the cash flow statement in the easiest way. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Pradeep sir. If you all contact with me, chat with me Telegram at CMA Raja Arunkumar, you can just search in the search box, and you can able to view my name at CMA Raja Arunkumar. Click that and chat with me. You can have any doubt, you can ask me. I will tell that. Then you can also comment the comment box if you want. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you.